Ruling Army League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir has blamed opposition BNP for purchasing arms ahead of the national polls. He said the arms are being brought through borders, urging all to be alert about it. Obaidul Qadir made the remarks while holding a meeting with its front organ leaders at Bangabandhu Avenue party office Tuesday morning. Army League won't be involved in any clash, he said, adding they would try to resist if there is any violence. The European Union has expressed concern over Bangladesh mass media and human rights during the upcoming national polls. The concern was vented during the meeting at Bangladesh Human Rights Commission in this morning. Visiting EU representative Iman Gilmer made the observation during the meeting held at capital's Karwan Bazaar. The representative also urged the concerned authorities to remain alert to check extrajudicial killing for the sake of the country's image. The U.S. Department of State spokesperson Miller has said U.S. will not be biased to any political party, rather stress on free, fair polls in Bangladesh. U.S. Department of State spokesperson Matthew Miller told reporters during a regular media briefing on July 24th they oppose any restrictions on human rights. He also said U.S. do not take the position with respect to any political party in Bangladesh or in other countries. He said they believe that Bangladesh and all countries throughout the world should have free and fair elections. The United States has reiterated that they support everyone's right to freely exercise their role in democratic society. He said visa restrictions would apply to anyone who undermines the democratic election process in Bangladesh.
But as Secretary Blinken made clear when he issued the policy on May 24th, these visa restrictions would apply to anyone who undermines the democratic election process in Bangladesh. Actions that constitute undermining the democratic election process include vote rigging, voter intimidation, the use of violence to prevent people from exercising their rights to freedom of association and peaceful assembly, and the use of measures designed to prevent political parties, voters, civil society, or the media from disseminating their views.
A young woman died mysteriously in an intensified anti-narcotics operation by the police in the capital's Adarshanagar area of Pallavi. After midnight, there was a clash between locals and law enforcers. A few police officers and vehicles were vandalized. Due to this incident, tense situation is still prevailing in the area. Police said the young woman committed suicide. However, the family says that the police are responsible for the suicide. The young woman who died, Boishaki Begum, and her mother, Lovely Begum, were involved in the drug trade. 2 kilograms of drugs and hundreds of yaba pills are recovered from their house. Lovely fled while bringing her to the police station. There is no bar to execute the 2 death row convicts in the Rajshahi University Professor Dr. S. Tahir Ahmed murder case, as the appellate division of the Supreme Court has rejected to leave to appeal petition. A bench headed by Chief Justice Hassan Foy Siddiq passed the order on Tuesday rejecting the leave to appeal petition. With the order, there is no bar to the execution of the 2 condemned convicts, and they also got a chance to seek mercy from the President. The 2 death row convicts in the case are Dr. Mia Mohammad Mohiuddin, Associate Professor of Rajshahi University's Geology and Mining Department, and MD Jahangir Alam, caretaker of Professor S. Tahir's residence. Professor Tahir's body was recovered from the drain near his residence 2 days after he went missing on February 1st in 2006. On February 3rd, a murder case was filed at Motihar police station in Rajshahi following a complaint lodged by his son, Sanjit. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina today placed a 5-point proposal at the UN Food System Summit to ensure sustainable, safe and nutritious food system worldwide, laying emphasis on coordinated steps to lift restrictions on food and fertilizers exports. She also stressed the need of promotion of multilateral development, bank and private entrepreneurs to invest in modern agriculture. The Premier made these proposals while addressing the official opening ceremony of UN Food System Summit 2 stock stating moment at the Food and Agriculture Organization FAO headquarters here. The summit began this evening with the theme Sustainable Food System for People, Planet and Prosperity, Diverse Pathways in a Shared Journey. It needs to provide financial incentives and policy support at the international level to encourage multilateral development, banks and private entrepreneurs to invest in modern agriculture. Sheikh Hasina said, raising her first proposal. 9 dengue patients died and 2,293 were admitted in different hospitals in Bangladesh during the last 24 hours till Monday. During the period, 1,238 dengue patients were hospitalized in Dhaka city and 1,055 were admitted to different hospitals outside. July has already become the worst month as the authorities recorded 138 deaths for dengue and 27,292 positive cases so far. Meanwhile, the health minister declared 11 localities of Dhaka city as very risky and highly vulnerable spots. Moreover, the health minister has urged the two city corporation authorities to strengthen anti-Aedes mosquito drive. Viewers, we are now connecting you live with Bangladesh-born reputed dengue researcher Professor Dr. Bijon Kumar Shil to enlighten citizens about the fatal dengue disease. Good afternoon, sir. What are the must-to-dos in order to help us from dengue?
Well, let's tell you first that this outbreak, what's happening right now, is not unexpected. Because in 2018-19 outbreak, I clearly actually closing notice it, and the next one should be 3 to 5 years time. So this is the right time when this outbreak started. The question is that if you live in dengue endemic country or geographical areas where more than 3 serotypes prevailing, then every 3 to 5 years time you have second outbreak. Every outbreak. So regarding this, Bangladesh is facing now what is very expected. But what we can do that the very good question you have asked, but best answer is to avoid from the mosquito bite. And this is only possible if you can eradicate or reduce the mosquito population by destroying the breeding ground, and which is very difficult. So
Sir, if affected, what can be done immediately?
Okay, now this is important issue. The issue is that first point is that to diagnose and differentiate the disease into primary and secondary. This is important because outbreak will go on. If you can detect the secondary infection and you know this at the beginning, then it is possible to take the proper care or proper disease patient management, because secondary infection patient actually shows more suffering and fatalities. So right point is not to detect the dengue only, but it should have to differentiate it into primary and secondary infection.
Sir, what are your observations about Bangladesh situation concerning the dengue outbreak?
No, as I said at the beginning, that this is as usual. This expected outbreak, because in 2019 outbreak actually give us a focus that it will come back after 3 to 5 years, and it's really happened. This is not unusual, but as I said that this will happen. You cannot stop, but it's best way to diagnose and differentiate the infection so that doctor can take care for those patients who are infected with the secondary infection to avoid the sufferings and fatalities. That is the only way we can stop it.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable insights. We will come back to you later. Businessmen and analysts think that Bangladesh has nothing to worry about on India's decision on stopping rice export. As there is a surplus on over-demand, there is no danger of the crisis this time. However, the fear is that the manipulators may take advantage of the rise in prices in the international market. And because of this, even if there is no crisis, traders and analysts urge strict surveillance in the rice market. In the last season, the rice production of the country was about 4 crore tons, which is 3 million tons more than the total demand of the country. As such, the rice mill owners themselves are claiming that there is no shortage of the rice in the country. The wholesale price sellers of the capital are also agreeing with the rice owner mills, and they claim that the price has come down a lot since the arrival of the new rice in the market. However, traders are alarmed by the announcement of the Indian's rice export ban. They say even if the supply is sufficient, traders can take advantage of the crisis in the world market. According to the government, more than 19,53,000 tons of food grains including paddy, rice and wheat are stored.